Bienvenidos a este video de Real Madrid. Jude Bellingham es la estrella del día en Inglaterra. Obviamente todos lo vimos o sabemos que hizo un gol de bicicleta al minuto 94 para darle a Inglaterra el pase, o bueno, para empatar el partido e irse a la prórroga, y realmente lo de Jude no tiene sentido. Jude Bellingham habla al finalizar el partido en la rueda de prensa junto a Southgate. Entonces vamos a escuchar al bueno de Jude todas las preguntas que le hicieron. En todas nos deja una buena pildorita y realmente habla de buenos temas. Habla de en qué top está este gol en la carrera de Jude Bellingham. Habla de la polémica celebración, ya que se ve haciendo gestos así, también se ve tocándose los de abajo. También habla de si este es un momento en el cual inicia el torneo para Inglaterra. Entonces son demasiadas cositas de las que habla Jude. Vamos a empezar ahí por el top. ¿En qué top está este gol? ¿En qué top están los momentos de Jude? Esto que acabamos de ver hoy, que acaba de hacer Jude, una verdadera locura en la Euro. Entonces vamos a escuchar al bueno de Jude y seguimos.
Is that the best goal of your career?
Probably, yeah. It's got to be in it. It's got to be up there anyway. There's a few nice ones, ones that mean a lot to me personally, like my first goal for Birmingham, Dortmund, Madrid. They're always special ones, but yeah, I think it's one that's right up there. It's so important in terms of today and the mood change if it doesn't happen. So I think that yeah, it's definitely up there.
Jude, you said it was probably the best goal of your career, but in terms of moments that you've had, spontaneous moments, where does it rank?
It's got to be up there again. I think it's 30, 20 seconds until we're out of the European Championship, and like I said, the mood in comparison to now that it would have been is a massive difference, and what it can do for the team going forward. So I think it's hard to deny that it was one of the most important kind of moments of my career so far. And yeah, we'll see though. It's still a long tournament, and it's only really very important if we go on to win the cup. So yeah, we'll decide in the next 2 weeks how important it is.
Y bueno, luego de escuchar estas dos respuestas de Jude, vamos a escucharlo hablar del impacto que tiene esto para Inglaterra, si este es un nuevo comienzo para Inglaterra, y luego vamos a dar paso a las últimas dos respuestas del video, en el cual habla de su polémica celebración y los gestos.
Does a comeback like that and the feeling you get from it, can that really be a moment that sort of kickstarts the rest of the tournament for you now?
Yeah, definitely. I think besides their goal, I thought we were pretty good, to be honest. We had a lot of control. We got into really good areas. We were dangerous. I think we still had one or two moments where we could be a little bit more clinical, but in general, I thought it was a good performance from us. And obviously, the main thing that we done was showed character, and that's something that, I think in the qualifying games it's difficult to replicate because the opposition sometimes are of a different level and they come to Wembley with a different style, for example. And also there's a lot of chances to redeem it if you don't get a great result. But I think in knockout football, when you can produce a moment like that and everyone kind of looks around at each other and realises, wow, that's the spirit we actually have got in that team, it can help a lot. But also you don't experience things like that if you don't have the adversity of the two draws, if you don't have the adversity of going 1-0 down. So yeah, it's brilliant because it shows a reaction.
Y como les comenté, la celebración de Jude, no voy a alargar más este momento del video. Vamos a escuchar a Jude Bellingham hablando de su celebración, de los haters, de todas las personas que hablan de la selección inglesa, pero que realmente es un orgullo estar ahí, que ellos luchan hasta el final, trabajan todos los días. Entonces muy bien ahí por Jude. Increíble, es que realmente es una foto para hacerle un anuncio de Nike con la selección inglesa, de Adidas con Jude Bellingham. Es que es una foto que es realmente impresionante lo que hizo Jude, en serio que es inolvidable. Yo estoy realmente impresionado y agradecido por poder ver este momento en vivo. La chilena de Jude, no voy a alargar más esto, se acaba el video, dejen su apoyo, entra lo último de Jude, espero les haya gustado, nos vemos en el siguiente.
Feeling, but it's also a lot of pressure. You hear people talk a lot of rubbish, and it's nice that when you deliver, you can give them a little bit back. It's very difficult in press conferences and interviews and things like that to talk as openly as footballers want to, because they're always judged. And for me, football and being on the pitch, scoring goals, celebrating is my release. And it was maybe a message to a few people, but it was a very happy moment and full of adrenaline.
Jude, you mentioned about the rubbish for a couple of times there. Just wondering what you meant by that and whether it's annoyed you or what exactly has annoyed you.
I think you know what I mean by the rubbish. I think like I said, playing for England, it should be one of the most proud things of a footballer's career. But often at times it is quite difficult. You know, there's a really high intense pressure. You know, the fans expect a lot from us, regardless of kind of what happened in recent tournaments years and years ago. So people talk a lot, and you know, I think you do have to take it personally a little bit. You know, we work so hard at this game. We come in and we train every day so hard to try and put on performances for the fans, and sometimes it doesn't go well, and sometimes feels like there's a bit of a pile on, and yeah, it's not nice to hear, but you can always use it. And for moments like that, it's nice to kind of throw it back to some people, I suppose.